Today, we're talking about an NFT project on the base chain called Happy Marry Me. Now, this NFT collection has a very unique concept, but before we talk about this NFT collection, what makes it unique, and all the details regarding the NFTs, we need to talk about the overall NFT market. Remember how back during those crazy altcoin rallies, the NFT market just exploded and people were turning into millionaires overnight flipping these digital collectibles. It was absolutely wild, but afterwards, like everything in crypto, the hype died down and the market went pretty quiet for a while. But guess what? It's starting to pick back up in a big way. Just in the last 2 weeks alone, the overall NFT market cap jumped from $2.5 billion all the way up to $8.2 billion. And the sales volume are also up about 113% this month. So yes, I think it's time that we start paying attention to NFTs again. Now here's the thing. If you go for the popular NFT projects like the Bored Ape Yacht Club or Pudgy Penguins, you are looking at thousands of dollars for a single piece. And you can't buy fractions like you can with crypto. It's not exactly accessible for most people. So what I like to do here is hunt for fresh, promising new projects that have a real unique concept and actual meaning behind them, which led to the success of the Bored Ape Yacht Club and similar popular projects. So we look for these new promising projects, something that could really take off early. And that is exactly why I'm super excited to show you this one NFT collection that I mentioned in the start called Happy Marry Me. Now, let me pull up the website and I'm going to show you guys what this NFT project is, what it stands for, what the origin is, and all that. So first of all, when you land on the website, right in the center, it says this big phrase, a life beyond love. Now, when I first read the story behind it, it genuinely surprised me. It's not just some romantic line. It encompasses all those words that are even more meaningful and powerful than love. I mean, feelings that honestly don't even exist in any language yet. It is deep and it sets the whole tone for what this project is about. Now, Happy Marry Me is all about remembering and also bringing back the good family values that honestly feels like they are fading away in today's society. Like things like love, respect, responsibility, commitment, empathy, tolerance, comprehension, integrity, honesty, all those things. Now, the backstory is actually really wholesome. It's these unconditional friends called happy clouds who are always smiling, who are helping their partner pull off a marriage proposal. It represents loyalty, teamwork, and harmony, and even in the middle of all the madness. So they have pretty super positive vibes. Now, if you look at the art itself, every piece here is packed with these meaningful amulets, runes, and symbols. So you've got runes like Vegvizir, Eye of Horus, Uruz, Ansus, and so forth. They're there to accompany you, to help you and protect you on the life's journey. And then there are amulets like Chinese coins, horseshoe, Turkish eye, rabbit's foot, yin yang, all the symbols of good luck, harmony, and success as you forge new paths. And get this, each NFT comes with its own poem and special messages, which are encrypted externally through CryptPad links that are completely safe, and you can actually read them and share them with your family or that special someone. Now let me scroll down and show you guys the characters. So you've got Jacob, you have Jasper, Marcus, Keto, and Maurice. Each one is dressed in these super detailed outfits. And if you take a look at Maurice, it has all these different costumes. So we have astronaut on the lunar surface, and then we have traveling through galaxies, and we have the eco messages about caring for the earth and oceans, aliens, zodiac signs, mystical symbols, 7 hearts, you name it. And the small details in the clothing are absolutely insane. It's very clear that this was all done by hand with a lot of love. It's not created using AI. And that is one of my favorite parts. Now you can choose the one that represents you the most. So we have Brave Heart, that are for those who are resilient people who conquer adversity and dedication, and they turn trials into wisdom that inspires others. And then we have Golem Hearts for those who have been through it. Their heart is a little bit hardened, but still kind and charismatic underneath. And then we have Brave Handsome Knight, who's good looking, honest, gentle people who've been knocked down, but they keep getting back up with enthusiasm. Now, it's like picking the version of yourself or the person that you are thinking of gifting this to. Now, why is this useful? How can you actually use it creatively? Now, this isn't just some wall art. It is designed as a unique, permanent digital asset that can complement a marriage proposal in the most original way. Now, you can hide it in your phone or display it in an NFT frame as this stunning surprise for your loved one. It is perfect for unmarried people who are planning ahead for a future proposal, or even for married couples to surprise their partner with, that central phrase and its origin story. Now, after it fulfills its purpose, you can transfer it to help unite another family or just keep it forever as a timeless collectible. Now, it literally can't deteriorate or get lost. And because it creates this whole tradition and community around it, there's built in demand for the long term, which could really mean value down the road. Now, they've got this whole QR thing too, or at least these surprise elements for the first enthusiasts who jump on the site early. The gifts are safe. They are bought manually on official platforms using the project's small funds, and they never ask for any personal detail. Now, this is a private collection of exactly 17,777 units. Now, here's the important part. None of this art is AI generated. It's all original. It is handcrafted from imagination. Now, let me switch over to the future page real quick, and I'm going to show you guys what it holds, because this is where things get really better. Now, they're talking about pioneering this unique message and artistic style with the intentional purpose of forming new families and instilling those enduring values that society is losing, values that we talked about in the start. Now, it could actually become a tradition as a symbolic complement to marriage proposals. But as a digital asset on the blockchain, it is authenticated, it's original, and it creates this automatic community that generates constant demand. Now, profits might follow market volatility, but again, like I said before, family first. It is quite inspiring, and it makes you want to be part of something bigger than just flipping NFTs. Now, if we go towards the roadmap section, you can see that, exactly where they are headed. Now, this whole thing started coming together back between 2022 and 2024. They built the Discord first as the dedicated space for mutual support and personal growth. I'm going to give the link to that Discord server in the description. Now, there they are sharing, inspirational stories of love and triumph. They are fostering self-acceptance. They are strengthening family bonds, and they're preserving the good old family values. So they're discussing topics like forgiveness, daily motivation phrases, how to avoid arguments, all those things that help you in life. So it's generally a positive place where people can help each other improve their quality of life and family harmony. Then the website became the central hub. They set up all the corporate emails. They uploaded the full collection with all the metadata and external links to OpenSea, which I'm going to share the link to in the description so you can check the collection. You will be able to check the collection on the OpenSea. Now, we are headed into the mint phase on June 17th, 2026. Now, after that, commemorative gifts, they will kick in continuously once they hit 25% of sales. And then there will be celebratory gifts at 50%, and they will be donating 10% of total sales to charity, or 11.7% if it exceeds expectations. Now, this was launched as a social contribution, so more initiatives will keep rolling out, and gift distribution continues long after sales end. So the roadmap obviously is pretty solid and it's thoughtful. But speaking of gifts, let's jump to the gifts page, because this part is actually really cool and quite different. Now, the commemorative gifts and the celebratory gifts are all manually acquired through cryptocurrencies on authorized platforms. Things like prepaid cards that you can use however you want. PlayStation, Nintendo, Ethereum, BNB, or Steam gift cards, which are super safe, and at no time do they ever request any personal data. And that is the huge green flag here. Our distribution starts continuously when they reach those 25% and 50% sales milestones, and they keep going even after everything sells out. The project's official emails all use the happymarryme.io domain, and you will use the friendly management at the rate of happymarryme.io for submitting interest, gifts at the rate of, or CEO at the rate of for sending the actual rewards. Now you just email them, write I like, and you're entered. And the fun fact here that they shared is don't just send I like, throw in your best joke to make your entry stand out and unique, which makes it easier for them to notice you and when they're selecting winners, and multiple entries are allowed. Now, one more thing before we wrap up, the Discord server. I can't say this enough, join their Discord server. The link is in the description below. And when you first join, there are some questions and informational cards that will guide you and they will keep the server secure. So I highly request you to join their Discord server. And that is it for this whole project. It was a pretty detailed video, but I think at this point it was required because making a few minute video would not justify how amazing this NFT project really is. Now, I'll share the link to the website, their email address, how you can join, get the gifts, how you can participate to get gifts. And I will also share the Discord server link and also the OpenSea. So once the minting starts, you'll be able to see the collection on the OpenSea itself. You can see the timer there, which shows the, when the minting actually starts. There is 100 NFT per wallet limit. And the floor average price at mint will be about 0.01 for Ethereum on base. So it is pretty accessible compared to those blue chip projects. So that is it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video shortly. So stay tuned.